Time for our rants and raves. I'm going to start with you, Dan.
So I have a rave for Bob Sellers. He's an anchor at Newsmax. Yes, that Newsmax. He had on the CEO of MyPillow, Mike Lindell, to talk about his ban from Twitter. But then the interview went south when Lindell started bringing up all of the election conspiracies. Take a listen.
I'm revealing all the evidence on Friday of all the election fraud with these machines.
Can I ask our producers, can we get out of here, please? I don't want to have to keep going over this.
Actually,
we at Newsmax have not been able to verify any of those allegations that you're...
Mike, hold on a second. Everybody hold on a second. Mike, hold on 1 second.
So he ended up, I mean, this went on for even a longer period than just that one clip. But kudos to Sellers, you know, whether it was driven by the fact that there've been these lawsuits or, you know, there were these, you know, the sense that they would be sued, or whether it was driven by just general pushback by an anchor who was trying to make sure that the audience didn't get something wrong from their guest. I think it was a good job of him not allowing Lindell to spout all of these conspiracy theories, shutting him down, and then exasperated at the end.
Great TV moment with an empty seat in the middle between the two. Yep. It was great. All right, John.
Well, Rudy Giuliani inexplicably has a regular radio show in New York City. I think it's on WABC. And he showed up to do it the other day, and before he went on the air, before they opened up his mic, management played a disclaimer. Listen to this.
And gives you a sense of how far this free speech thing has gone and how they frighten everybody. I mean, we're in America. We're not in East Germany. They got to warn you about me?
Hey, I love the setup. The disclaimer was the classic one you've all heard for a million years. The comments expressed in tonight's program are not necessarily those of the management, blah, 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 right? Yeah. You've heard it a million times. That was Giuliani's reaction. He couldn't believe it. They're censoring me. They're canceling me. Are you kidding me? Hey, this guy's been raving himself into the middle of major lawsuits over the last couple of months, and he's upset because management runs the classic disclaimer. What a snowflake.
Dumb. Yeah, but you know what? They wouldn't do it to somebody else, and it's, I mean, why don't they do it to Rush Limbaugh or somebody? It's like,
they wouldn't. I mean, maybe down the road they will, but... Yeah, it's the fear of litigation. Same thing we saw with Mike Lindell, right? Mike Lindell has this new movie out that's showing, I think he's paid to show it, 3-hour documentary showing the election was stolen. And One American News has this enormous disclaimer before it. If you're going to get sued,
it's out today. It's out today.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, what do you got?
I have a rave for a photo essay that ran in the New York Times last weekend by Lindsay Addario, a photographer who spent some time in London looking at the toll that COVID was taking in that city. Like a lot of people who have been fortunate enough to stay healthy and have their loved ones stay healthy, I've become a little bit inured to the steady drumbeat of terrible news about COVID. And this photo essay, I think we have a couple images ready that we could take a look at. It did an incredible job cutting through my own, I guess, increasing disinterest. It sounds terrible to say. Beautiful, really troubling images that show, once again, if there's a story that's really, really powerful, a still photo can grab your attention in a way even the best, TV, radio reporting can't.
Yeah, it was very good. I saw that too, Adam. All right, Lylah.
So I have a combo rant and rave today, and the rant part is for all of the breathless coverage and faux outrage over Trump's resignation from the Screen Actors Guild. He submitted a letter that was it was classic Trump. Maybe we've missed him on social media and there haven't been many gaffes or outrageous comments, but there was so much coverage over it and it was so crazy and people were upset that he signed it President Donald Trump and they were upset by the presidential looking seal on it and on and on and on. My rave is for the Screen Actors Guild, who responded with a very simple statement. Thank you. That was it.
That is good. All right. Well, finally tonight, we've touched on this in our discussion today, but I have a rave for the company Smartmatic. Now, they're the ones who make the voting machines that came under fire right after the election. largely by people on Fox News, Rudy Giuliani, Lou Dobbs, and in particular, Maria Bartiromo, seen here with her tinfoil hat, as we've dubbed her, because she promoted these conspiracy theories about how Smartmatic had manipulated the outcome of the vote in all of these different states, switching Republican votes to Democratic, and they had all these conspiracy theories on how it worked. The lawsuit is for $2.7 billion. People who have looked at it says it's the classic case of defamation, that the lawsuit has teeth, that it's not one of these nuisance lawsuits, that it's likely to go forward, and that Fox News is in big, big trouble. Fox News, on 2 of its shows, I think Lou Dobbs and Maria Bartiromo, did issue some kind of a sort of faux backtracking, saying, you know, sort of trying to say that we didn't mean it, but they said that isn't good enough, and they went ahead and they filed this 270-page lawsuit this week, which I said has been looked at carefully and appears to have some legs to it. So good for Smartmatic and its CEO for going forward with that.